McCain? Oh, yeah. You know, and when he cuts across, he's kind of, what? McCain. My friends. Yeah, he does that, doesn't he? My friends. Look to me, my friends. You know, it's sad but true. You know how long John McCain's been trying to get to be president? A long, long time. He's been around forever. This is how important this is. Look at this. 93% is how you look and how you sound, your tone. How about this? You go to a Halloween party, and you come home, your mom says, be home at midnight, and you come home at 1 o'clock in the morning, and she's waiting when you walk in the door, and you walk in the door, she's like this, and you walk in, hey, Mom, how's it going? Fine! You think she's really doing fine? No, but she said she was, right? She said fine, but you know she's not. You know she's mad. But only 7% is your words. 7%. In the campaign, when they first started to run, what were they running on? What was the big issue? The war, right? The war. And then something went up in price that really hurt us. Gas, right? Yeah. Right, gas. And then the economy went in the tank, pretty much, right? So they kept changing their issues. 7% is the content. So if you're running for president and you say, vote for me, I will end this war. We will not lose another American life because I understand you want lower gas prices. It's hurting you in the pocketbook, right? Because you understand that the economy is on the verge of a depression, and I'm the only thing that can save it. I switched the issue 3 times in 10 to 20 seconds, right? It's all about the body language and the vocal variety. And that's why Barack Obama is one of the greatest communicators there is. He does have one weakness. Now, if he reads off the teleprompter or he memorizes his stuff, I mean, he is just unbelievable. But if you get him in a spontaneous moment, and I know he has professional coaches on this, he still is a good speaker, but he has one weakness. Does anybody know what it is that I've seen? What he'll do sometimes when he's getting asked questions he's not necessarily prepared for,
Hold on.
you hear him go, huh?
I was going to say, can you repeat that question again?
He goes, why is he doing that?
He's thinking.
He's thinking what he wants to say, right? He goes, because people do that. You go, because you're thinking what you want to say next. I will give you this piece of advice. It is a good thing to think before you speak. It is a great thing to think before you speak. I don't always do it. I should. But you don't need to go, and you don't need to go, Because when you do, when you go, everybody knows what you're doing. So what do? They start thinking, but about something else. What are we going to do tonight after school? What are we going to do tomorrow? What are we going to do? And then you got to reel them back in. And I don't care if it's 1, I don't care if it's 1,000. It's about connecting. If I can connect, then I can motivate and influence someone. But if I can't connect, it's not going on. It's that simple. So when you go or what would be an alternative that you could do? The Brock should do more of. Pause. Perfect. I had a great speaker, a top speaker across the world tell me this. Dave, a pause can be more effective than any hallelujah. Because it reels them in. When you pause at the right moment, people stop and they go, something big's coming. I better tune in, not out. And I told this story the last class. I was in a high school in Barron, Wisconsin, doing a workshop on sexual harassment. A very serious workshop. I do a lot of this in corporations. I do a lot of this in schools. And there's some humor involved in it, but I was at a very serious point in this workshop. Bigger class than this, double this size class, 2 classes merged together. And I got about right here, and I thought, you know what, I need to pause for 2 reasons. I'm going to pause, first of all, I want to let the students catch up with the message, because it's pretty powerful. And secondly, I wanted to think what I was going to say next. I wanted to let myself get prepared, right? So I get right here, and I got it going on. It's a serious part about what it is, how to stop it, what to do, and I got here, and I paused. I could have heard a pin drop in that classroom, and I looked down, and the girl sitting right here started to cry, started to sob. And then she asked me, could she go to the guidance counselor?